Oregon State with a 1.725 lead over San Jose State. If you're new to gymnastics, that'd be leading like about 3 touchdowns in football. So commanding lead for Oregon State with 2 rotations in the books, and that's expected. And these teams, yes, they're competing against each other, but Janae, what they really want is to post as high a score as possible. And for San Jose State, good chance for them to post a high score on the road.
Yes, and the road scores really do help, because when you want to look at the NQS, and obviously towards the end you want to drop that lowest score, but you just want to keep building so your average team score just keeps going up. But those travel scores definitely matter.
All right, what does Sofia Esposito do on beam? Following up her career high 9.925 on both. Career high on beam is 9.9.
Difficult connection to start off the routine. She does a switch leap into a standing switch leap. That alone is very difficult. Into a layout step out.
9.7 in week 1, 9.85 in week 2. Beautiful.
Very solid on the series, and you can just see, I mentioned earlier when talking with Tanya yesterday, she mentioned that Sofia is just very confident and sure of herself now as a sophomore. And she just gets college gymnastics, and you can see it in her demeanor and how she's competing on the balance beam. Dismount, round up, double full, nailing that landing.
Wow. We're high 9.9. This is pretty good, Janae.
That was amazing. I didn't see really anything to deduct. I'm really trying to look back on that routine, but she was so solid. Core was tight. So we'll see what the judges give her, but that's going to be a great lead-off score. And when I say lead-off, you know, they tend to score a little bit harder with that first.
Got to have somewhere to go.
Yep.
Olivia Reardon will start off the floor rotation to meet beam and floor. It gets really fun. Second to the floor lineup last Sunday in the team's first meet, put up a 9.65. His first ever collegiate floor routine, so the sophomore on floor for the second time ever.
Jump combination to start off. Popa, popa, 2 straddle pulls. Short on that double pike. Like she did on vault, she did fight to stay on her feet, so she won't take the full deduction that the judges do for a fall, but that'll be quite a few tenths.
Then probably 3 or 4. She stayed with the program, though. Thought through it. Down on that.
So that will be a fall. They're going to definitely want to drop this score, but it's good that she did not injure herself on that routine.
Olivia Reardon, much better gymnast than she has shown today here at Gill Coliseum. We'll look for better things from her in the future. Sofia Esposito, a 9.825 on beam, and so 3/4 of an attempt off of her career high. And again, maybe that's because she was leading matters off. Here is Olivia Buckner, second of the beam lineup for the 3rd consecutive meet. 9.75 in week 1, last week a 9.8.
Beautiful series.
Riverton, Utah native Olivia Buckner.
into a double stack ring jump. And speaking with the coaches, they said it's been great to watch her as a sophomore. She's really been embracing the calmness and trusting her craft. You can absolutely see it up there on those 4 inches.
Tanya Chaplin, husband Michael, entire coaching staff, excellent at teaching that calmness.
That was a good routine.
It was Olivia Buckner.
Here's her series, and just look how square her hips are when she lands this layout step out, right on the money. Another look at her dismount. Back handspring step out, 1.5. Had that hop forward, so that's going to be about a 10. But again, really, really good routine.
Solidly done. Last week at 9.8. Career highs at 9.9 for Buckner. Waiting on the floor score for Olivia Reardon as Catherine Waymiller gets set to go. Take a deep breath, Catherine. Like having a coach ice the kicker in football. Catherine having to wait her turn. The graduate student from Littleton, Colorado. At 9.725 on bars. Anchored the beam lineup last week. She went second in the floor lineup, had a 9.75 in her first floor routine of the year last Sunday. Been a regular on bars and beams since she was a freshman in 2022 and a regular on floor since the start of 2023. After the fall by Olivia Reardon, pressure on the final 5 floor workers for San Jose State to avoid a fall.
Combination pass. Fights to stay on her feet. And that's something that the Spartans are really going to have to do in this rotation so they can drop Olivia's score.
Graduated last May, major in psychology, minor in business. Working on an advanced communications graduate certificate.
Low, so the judges will be deducting for that. But again, she stayed on her feet, hit routine, and it's exactly what they need.
Waymiller, the first of the 5 gymnasts to go for San Jose State after the fall. She has a hit, a 9.85 for Olivia Buckner. 9.85, half a tenth off her career high. Now here is Lauren Letch. Her lone routine, didn't compete last year after consistently appearing in 3 lineups during her first 2 seasons. Born with a hole in her heart, she had surgery to fix it at age 4 and again at age 5, and then while rehabbing an injury last season, experienced cardiac symptoms. 6 months later, diagnosed with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, commonly known as POTS. Teal ribbon in her hair is the color of POTS awareness. And the purple is for Alzheimer's awareness. Her grandfather died of Alzheimer's in November. Didn't know if she'd ever compete again.
Yeah, so competing in Oceanside was a very emotional moment because it was the first time in over a year, and her family or teammates didn't think it was possible. So it's amazing to see her on the competition floor. They're happy happy to have her back at any capacity after being diagnosed with POTS last season.
Well done, Lauren Letch. First couple of weeks on beam, 9.825 and 9.85, and now this one.
Close look at the feet on that full turn, also showing just how skinny the beam is.
Now, you didn't compete beam competitively in college, Janae, did you, growing up?
No, I did, but I was very happy to not touch that event in college.
I remember your college teammate, Samantha Pescic, telling me that she made friends with the beam. It sounds to me like you never did.
No, I really wanted to be friends with balance beam, though. That was a goal of mine, but it's okay. You cater to the strength.
That's right. You were very good in the three apparatuses you were on. 9.425 for Way Miller, and now Jade Lopes. Started at 9.6 on floor last week. Her career high, 9.95.
Double pike to start off.
Wow, she got some height, didn't she?
Yes. Camera almost didn't catch it. And that was a good landing, too. Good control on that landing.
First team All-Mountain West last year, all around in vault. Graduated last May with a degree in Justice Studies.
Ramping up for her last pass. Punch front through to double tuck. Great on the landing. And I think this is the momentum they'll need to pick the floor lineup back.
Jade Kiera Lopes, Fairfield, California native, and a very nice floor routine. Her career high 9.95. This would be much better than her 9.6 last week.
Here's that double pike. And that was a great way to get control. She had a lot of momentum going backwards, and same on this tumbling pass right here. Better control on that landing. Yeah, she has a lot of power.
Incredible. Jade Lopes. Thank you for the great performance. A 9.9 for Lauren Letch. How about that? That is her season best and a quarter of a tenth off her career high. Letch making a great comeback to the Oregon State beam lineup. Here's Jennifer McMillan. A couple of weeks ago had a 9.75. Last week just a 9.6. Heidi Chaplin said after stepping in because of injury last year, this year she looked really strong in the preseason.
That's a new connection for her. That's a front toss through to a back handspring swing down.
And she struggled with it last week. Much better this week.
The coaches explained how she's really come into her own and is not afraid to go for it when it comes to competing. Most of her family lives in the DR, Dominican Republic, and so when asked why she wanted to come to Oregon State, her family actually lived in Oregon before moving to the Dominican Republic. So when she's got to stay somewhere in the States, she stays with an auntie, I believe.
Improvement for Jennifer McMillan after the 9.6 last week. A couple of weeks ago, 9.75. Had a career high 9.9 at Nova and Stanford last year.
Okay. This new combination she learned for her series. It's a front toss to a swing down and fits her well. Look at this dismount.
See Jade Carey in the background.
So good.
With her teammates' performance. 9.75 for John A. Lopes. I thought it would have been better than that. What about you?
I think it was really came down to the landing. She had a pretty big lunges out of it, and then her leaps, I think, is where they probably took off the most.
Madison Gustitis, fourth in the lineup, fifth in the lineup last week on floor at Sac State. Put up a 9.8.
Starting off with a double pike, very dynamic.
Showmanship is such a part of this, isn't it, Janae?
Absolutely.
Of course, you coming from UCLA, coached by Valerie Condos Field. I remember that first meet I did 9 years ago.
God, that was 9 years ago?
Yeah, Safina De Jesus she had gone viral.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was look at this, yes. I had double backspin starred on my notes, and I couldn't wait to see it live in person. That was so very cool.
Madison Gustitis from Chicago. Freshman.
Guys front, double tuck. Little under rotated, so she had to lunge forward. That was a very fun routine.
Yes, it was. Madison Gustitis.
Yes, let's please see this again. This was the coolest part. Besides the tumbling, I wasn't expecting that right here.
Wow.
Into the double backspin. She does 2 of them. So cool. I want to know how she learned that.
Yeah, I love it. Told you, Safina De Jesus brought the hip-hop routine that went viral 9 years ago. A little breakdancing for Gustitis. A 9.9 for Jennifer McMillan. That matches her career high at home against Stanford last year. Congratulations. Sydney Gonzalez. Identical 9.775s, each of her first 2 routines this year. The 9.975 at ASU, March of 2023.
We're seeing her on beam because she's coming back from a ruptured Achilles injury. So this is the event that she is focusing on, which is a very steady beam worker and brings so much experience to the lineup.
Like Lauren Letch, they don't know yet if her program will expand beyond beam. They're happy to have the 2 of them in this lineup.
Very solid routine thus far.
Yeah, so confident.
Absolutely. Always like to think of the goal on balance beam is to make it look effortless. And Sydney does that very well. Little off center on that dismount, so she had to take that step, but beautiful routine throughout. Again, we're very happy to see her back in the lineup since we missed her all last season.
Ruptured Achilles tendon, tough to come back from. Identical 9.775 each of the last couple of weeks. We'll see where this one matches up in a moment. Gustitis had a 9.75 in her floor routine. And now here is Ava East, freshman from League City, Texas. This is her second ever collegiate routine on any apparatus. Last week, she anchored the floor lineup and posted a 9.725. From League City, Texas, Pearland High School and the club Pearland Elite.
Starting off with a double tuck. Flirted with that line.
What happens if you step on the line?
When you step on, you're good, but once your foot even comes an inch out, then that's an extra 10th off. Switch half into a popa, into a wolf pull, really showing off her flexibility. so she wasn't able to finish that twist around. She should get credit for that skill, though, but...
Was she inbounds or out of bounds on this first tumbling pass?
Let us see in the slow-mo. So she did take a big lunge out. I think she's in. It looks like her heel is still on that white.
But the judge is sitting a long way away, and they don't have the benefit of replay.
That is true. You are correct. We do have the benefit of slow-mo. And then also the mat that she was on, too, it smushed down a little bit, so it's kind of hard to see if she did step in or out. So.
9-8 for Sydney Gonzalez. And now here is Jade Carey. 2023, she got a 10 on beam at Arizona State, completing the gym slam, giving her at least 110 on each of the 4 apparatuses. 9.95 in week 1, 9.925 last week. Let's watch one of the best gymnasts in the world.
Beautiful back handspring layout step out. Also love just how silent it gets, just to watch the gymnasts of this caliber compete at the college level.
Delightful person, Jade Carey.
Truly a delight to watch, and you can even, I just love that she gets to relax a little bit, right? Because in the Olympic year, she was doing a lot, not only being enrolled in classes, she was training 2 separate routines, her college routine and her elite routines, doing extra practices.
Hard to find anything wrong with what we just saw, Janae.
That is true. Look at the leap. She's really hitting that 180, exactly what the judges are looking for. They want that 180 split. Let's see how the dismount looks, but I don't think she, yep, she stuck that as well. Got those heels together.
Wow. Her 39.725 last week, tied for the best in the nation, entering this week. What has she got?
Got another 9.975. One judge gave her a 10 and another gave her a 9.95. She's flirting with the perfection.
Well, judges ruling half a tenth, and so 110, 1.995 for Jade Carey. Has 2 9.975s in this meet, as well as a 9.9. She is 3/4 of a tenth better than her 39.725 last week. That was tied for best in the nation entering this week.
Well, this is a fun routine.
David Johnson, freshman from Orem, Utah, Bull Gymnastics.
Otherwise known as AJ, that's what they call her in the gym.
Very confident out there in the first routine of her collegiate career on any apparatus.
Well, this is the perfect debut. Control on that landing, so the judges are going to take a little bit off for that.
Father Dustin played football at BYU in the mid-90s, then the NFL for the Jets and the Seahawks in the late 90s. Ava Johnson. Solid routine for the first of her collegiate career.
Absolutely. Definitely got a little tripped up on her leaps at the end. So we'll see what the judges do with it. But that was a very entertaining routine. I loved the choreography.
Mom
and her
Dawn
too, yeah.
Her mom Dawn competed in track at BYU, so both parents athletes. Putting a red line through a 9.8. That's a pretty good rotation right there. 49.45 for Oregon State. in their beam rotation. Wow. 49.45. And now Mia Heather, first of a couple of exhibitions on beam for Oregon State. Sophomore from San Francisco, Independence High School. Club training came at San Mateo Gymnastics. Sophomore who's never had a competitive routine at Oregon State. And getting it performed in front of a crowd here is an exhibition. Nice swing down there.
Beautiful series, the same one we saw from Jennifer McMillan earlier, and we didn't get to see her last year because she's dealt with some injuries. So it's good to see her in the exhibition spot to get some reps under her belt, gain that confidence, and most importantly, keeping that body healthy. Beautiful leap connection, switch half into those jumps. Dismount. Gainer pike off the end.
Well done, Mia Heather in her exhibition. Took home 3 titles in the 2019 USA Gymnastics Region 1 Championship. Won the all-around.
Another look at that dismount. It's a gainer pike dismount off the end of the beam. And honed in on that landing.
The 49.45 beam rotation for Oregon State, the 5th best in the country this year. That is how good it was.
Yes, that's the range you really want to be in come regionals and nationals. It's 39.5.
Tanya Chaplin talking with Paulina Vargas. Chaplin told us last week that their goal is the top 8. Make it into the NCAA championships, into the finals. Now, Paulina Vargas, we were told prior to last week that she's very close to breaking into this tough-to-crack beam lineup. And some final encouragement from Jade Carey. Vargas, member of the Mexican senior national team, has competed at the Pan Am Championships. Member of their World Championships team in 2022. Mexico's national champion in the all-around 3 years ago. Paulina Vargas, exhibitioning on beam.
Exhibition on beam, Paulina Vargas.
Very solid. As you mentioned, this is her first experience exhibitioning on balance beam. And like I've mentioned before, that's exactly what these exhibition spots are for. To get reps under your belt, build that confidence. Seeing what the score range would be in front of judges. She's already accomplished quite a bit in her freshman year. She's Mexico native, and so a lot of new things, starting in America for the first time, and she's already made the dean's list.
Impressive. Paulina Vargas. Solid exhibition on beam. English exhibitioning on floor as they
An exhibition on
wind her up to prepare her for the all-around. And every other rotation in the lineup and exhibitioning on floor. Final floor scores for San Jose State, 47-6-5. Certainly not what they wanted, as they had the couple of falls from Olivia Reardon and had to count a 9-4-2-5, a 9-6-2-5, and a 9-5-5, and a 9-3. Joanne Bauer's team has work to do heading into next week at the Wasatch Classic at the Maverick Center near Salt Lake City. I'll actually be there Monday at noon Pacific, along with Arizona State, Boise State, and Iowa State.
Yeah, they got a back-to-back weekend.
Yeah.
And they're leaving straight from here and going, because they're not in school yet. Joanne told me that they don't start school until Thursday or Friday, so they're just going straight from Oregon and heading to Utah.
How much of a benefit is that you get to just focus on gymnastics
That
for a
is
bit?
really nice. I wish I had that experience, because when you have school and you're missing, classes and everything, but when you can just go from one location to the next, yeah, that's definitely ideal.
One of the great moments here at Oregon State is the Beaver athletes join the band to salute the crowd with OSU. Which worked along with Janae Honest, who for 4 years was a gymnast at UCLA. Always like to go into an opposing venue like this. Not quite the same as other sports where everybody's out for blood. The gymnasts really root for each other. The crowd pulls for you too, don't they?
Yes, the sportsmanship is like no other. I think that's what I love about this sport, is that we're all very supportive, and like you said, we're not out for blood, right? So, if somebody does fall, we encourage them to get back up and finish their routine strong, because we know just all the work that we put in and years and hours we put into the gym. So it is cool to be back, because I haven't been back to Gill since I've competed. So this is my first time on the other side, announcing and doing the analyst work. So
you're part of a national champion, UCLA's last national championship team in 2018. Oregon State's goal is to make the NCAA finals. Based on what you've seen today, what do they have to do?
they really just have to, I think bars and beam are looking great. I think it's just honing in on the landings on vaults. And so, yeah, I think just, again, what they got like a 49.45. Yeah, so staying in that range, and they want to get all 4 events to that range.
One rotation to go.